And I'm back, working on my games more. This time, I'm going to try to add whatever I had set up in the fourth rift here to the rest of the rifts. So, this one here is the derelict spaceship. I'm going to try to add what I had done there. I mean, in the Victorian Mansion Asylum to the other maps, which is, you can see up here, proc halls 3, 2, and 4. So let me see, what did I do? I did a lot of other stuff, like I added variables offline. So all of this, like possible y coordinates and possible x coordinates. And hopefully, let me see if I can go back to here and see if the changes I made, which is the possible x coordinates here, as well as the changing a lot of the numbers here. So I reduce this to negative, from negative 2500 to positive 1500, whereas before it was up to, like, I think positive 3000. So now I reduced it, so hopefully you don't see any walls touching this outer framework. Any procedurally generated walls shouldn't be touching the outer frameworks. Let's see. I'm just going to do this. Okay, just stop it. As you can see, I kind of fixed it, but now there's still a problem here. Let me see. So the way I fix the beautiful creature or room generation is simply by creating a unoccupied. Oh yeah, there's a bug here. There should be a way to access this. I'm gonna have to see what I can do to fix that. But anyways, so beautiful creature works. Let me just go through it and see if. Yeah, so there are the rooms. Okay, rooms are working. Let's see at the other end of the hallway. Yeah, it's connected. Alright, so I'll go back up. It shouldn't be touching. So if the hallways generate closer to the east side, it shouldn't be touching this eastern hallway. Let's see. And there's a bug. Infinite loop. Oh, okay. I need to figure out this final end stop here, because this is what is causing. This is what I kind of stopped working on it, because I ran into a bug right here. Oh, you can't see that. I don't think you can see that. But let's see if I can get to this. This is in the right turn violation. And let me see, is it? Nope. So this is what is causing a bug, and I don't know if I want to work on the northern region for the other rifts, or add this to the other region, because then those will bug out as well. Final end stop here. There's an infinite loop detected. You know, that was the whole reason why I switched to these custom events and modular, you know, type of logic. Because whenever I was working with while loops and for loops, they would always crash and there was always bugs. It was always buggy, so it was difficult for me as a non-game developer to figure out what was going wrong. And so I just finally, after months, just said I give up on these while loops and for loops and all the loops and different loop nodes and whatever. And I just said I'm going to do more of a brute force type of logic using custom events, modularizing everything instead of having it loop within like a for loop or something. Just do branches, conditionals, if then statements, and stuff like that, rather than looping through everything. And so it's been working for almost a year now. And now that I don't know what's going on, because now I'm getting this infinite loop detected again. I don't know what it is. Let me see. Final stop here. Beautiful creature, ugly beast. What causes this to loop over? Should not be looping. Because the reason it shouldn't be looping is because after months and months and months of working on the southern region, all of this area here, and getting it to work after running into this, where did it go? The infinite loop error. I somehow fixed it in the southern region, and now it's rearing its ugly head again. Now that I've copied the code from here and moved it to the northern region so that I can get this working. Let's see, can we go through here? Is it connected? Yes. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Why doesn't the same exact code? Oh, it's still broken. There should be a connection here, like an open wall. So I need to somehow fix the logic here. It says to go one segment further, where it shouldn't do that. It should stop here and then turn here and then make another turn here, because this here is automatically placed once it reaches this point. So now I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that. But the infinite loop detected is interesting because I fixed it long ago. It took months and months and months of figuring it out to get it to work and to fix it and solve it in the southern region. And now that I've copied the same exact code that works in the southern region to the northern region, and now it's that infinite loop detector is popping up again, and I don't know why. This is based off of this code. Nope, not that code. This stop here code. North hallway reach stop here. And final end stop here. They are the same. This one, whoops. Oh my goodness. This one is for the southern region, and this one is for the northern region. So I don't know why this is causing an infinite loop detected error when it is the same. Well, not exactly the same. It's supposed to be the same exact logic that has been working. That I've got. It took me like over 6 months to get this working with that, to solve this infinite loop error. So it works nicely here, doesn't crash my game. Yet, whenever I copy pasted this to the northern region, now all of a sudden it's causing an infinite loop detected error again. So I'm not sure. Let me look at it. Add to occupied. But this time the Y is all the way at the end at negative 18,000. Whereas this one stops at the furthest that the southern region goes, which is negative 4,000. After that, it goes to a straight ahead. So if we look at it, See if the error pops up again. Yeah. This is the straight aheads, which means this is automatically placed by this logic here. That means that the wall should go over here, stop, and then turn here, and then turn here, not go all the way to the end. And so there's something with the logic of the procedurally generated hallway that is causing this to go further than it needs to go, whereas it should stop one segment before. So I need to... How do I check that? I don't know. And let me stop this, because it doesn't happen all the time, you see? So it didn't block it this time. But that doesn't, but still, it's a bug if it happens even once. So I don't want that to happen. So I have to, oops. And then there's this problem. This is a completely different problem. It's the one I was talking about earlier, the infinite loop detected, which again leads us to this node here, which leads us to this custom event here. Oh, I wonder if this is related, because there's this issue right here. This infinite loop detected and this straight ahead, they are both two separate errors that are related due to being from the same logic. So I'm guessing whatever I did in here for the southern region area spawned the final straight ahead segment and stop generation of the procedural hallways. Whatever I did, I think it is related to some of these checks, because it's going too far. The checks are going too far, so not checks are going too far, but they're not stopping before where it should. And I feel like it causes an infinite loop detected by bypassing the end mark, which is y is equal to negative 18,000. Once it bypasses that, it infinitely loops over and over into infinity. So the hallway that gets generated here simply continues to generate on and on and on, all the way to infinity. And I'm guessing why that crashes the game, because I remember that happening long before I started working on the northern region, whenever I was working on the southern region down here. Whenever I didn't properly code the logic to check for the end of this hallway, it would just infinitely create a hallway all the way into infinity. And I learned the hard way, because when I play tested it, I was walking through the hallway, I wonder, like, why? It's been 15 minutes, has this hallway not ended? And I realized, yeah, oh my goodness, I think it bypassed this y equals 4,000 somehow. So I needed to make better logic checks, like these branch if-then conditionals. And whatever I did for the southern region, after 6 months, it worked. It never infinitely looped after that. But now that I've copied this code, the similar code, to the northern region, now it's happening again. And I think it's related to this issue. So maybe I change this to 17,500. Actually, no, that don't make sense. This has to be created here. What the what what logic needs to change is I don't know if this logic needs to change, but definitely these logics. So let me see. Let me test it again. So it's the right turn violation, but it doesn't happen whenever there's not a violation. Oh, thank you for the follow. I'd like to at least mention you. Darn it. I don't know why Twitch doesn't update. It doesn't show me who followed, but thank you for the follow. Yeah, it doesn't give me a name. Darn. Anyhow, thank you for following. So I really need to figure out, because these combos, right? The right turn combo, left turn combo, all of these in green seems to work fine. The only one that doesn't is this one here, the right turn violation. There's something about the checks, I'm assuming, that is not working. See, because if I go back and I simulate, this one works fine. Yet, if I go through, you can see at the end there. So the rooms procedurally generate just fine. But once I get to the end here, boom, it blocks. Because this wall belongs to the this here, straight ahead segment. So there's something up, not with this, because obviously it's working fine. That's why it's blocking in the first place. What is not working fine is either this here, this code, or one of these green codes, the one that I have in green comments. Wonder what is going on. The check, maybe what I, maybe y is equal to, instead of 18,000, what if I say 17,500? If y is equal to 17,500, then final and stop here, create this straight ahead segment. I need to look at my code. Oh, I can stop this. Because, let me see, what is placed? Nothing. It just goes to the custom event. But right before this, something is placed. It's a straight ahead. Huh. Okay. So I wonder if it's something else. It keeps giving me this error though. This right turn violation. So whenever a right turn violation occurs, it'll crash. But let me see. Let me try it. Let's see. I don't know. It's so difficult to figure out. Let me see. Simulate. See, as you can see here, it works completely fine. We go down into the hallway. You can see an open hallway, no blocking walls, so I can go through. The rooms generate fine in this mansion. And this end works perfectly fine. It connects to this hallway to this procedurally generated hallway. So I'm guessing that this works fine right here because this is not violating any right turn, logic. As you can see, it's far away from the right, this is the right turn, this hallway. And so that's the point of the right turn violation, is so that this procedure generated hallway does not create hallways into this hallway here. So it just stays within this. If I stop it, it just stays within this grid area. But the thing is, all of these other green logics seems to work. The only one that doesn't work is whenever these green logics go too far to the right, it calls this right turn violation logic. And at the very end, not that one. This end, it crashes. It causes an infinite detection loop that I cannot seem to. I can't seem to figure out the infinite detection loop. So what I'm thinking, maybe, I don't know how to do, because it works fine for the southern region. Works fine there. And I don't know what I did months ago to fix the infinite loop detected issue for the southern region, because now it's happening again for the northern region. Because if I change things here, it's going to mess things up for the southern region, because this one logic, all of these logic here, these custom events are, they work just fine now for the southern region. But now that I'm trying to get it to work also for the northern region, using this branch here, it's not working. But why? Do I change this? If I change this to negative 17,500, it checks and it says that, okay, you reached it right before the last segment. Stop here and create this hallway, this straightaway, just straight ahead hallway. I don't know. I guess I could. But it has to be something else, because if it works for this southern region, it should work for the northern region. And as you can see, sometimes it does work, but it doesn't for this one, the right turn violation, except it does work for the southern region whenever the southern region runs into a right turn violation. It doesn't infinitely loop. There's some logic somewhere that I You know what? I realize I did not remove these. Oh, okay, never mind. You don't have to, because these already get removed from unoccupied. Okay, so I wonder about something. I wonder if... what I can do is change the unoccupied. Let me look at the unoccupied of, let's say, the regular unoccupied, which is right here, unoccupied 4. If I look at this logic, it says negative 3,500. Whereas if I look at the data of unoccupied 5 north, the y coordinates go okay. One segment before negative 18,500. With the unoccupied, it's one segment before negative 4,000. So it should work. Where is the code? So one segment before negative 4,000 is negative 3,500, which is correct, and it's working fine. One segment before negative 18,000 is negative 17,500, which is set here. So that should work. Yet it's not working. Maybe what I should do. What to do. I wonder if somewhere I didn't follow this. Somewhere. Because of that, it's probably what's causing this. Let me see, does it go negative 18,000, negative 4,000? Negative 18,000, negative 4,000. Alright, so this one doesn't need to go off of this. Or does it? Just goes off of these two. Oops. Off of the Y. Oh yeah. Another quick thing I need to state is it turns out that my Twitch is working fine. My OBS is also working fine. What's not working fine is my internet connection, and that is why my previous stream was disconnected several times, and I had to upload like, I don't know, 4 separate videos of the same live stream because it's my actual internet. So I don't know, until I get better internet, I've decided that I'm not going to live stream as much, but I'm still going to work on my game. I just won't be live streaming it anymore. I will most likely just record it offline and then upload it to Patreon, and I'll just make those videos for free. Because right now, as a, on Patreon, those videos are not free. Only a couple of them are free, and you have to get the membership to watch the other the non-free videos. But it's only like $1 tier. But yeah, Yeah, since I'm not going to be live streaming as much anymore due to my internet, not because of Twitch or OBS Studio, but my internet is messed up. I have Starlink. As cool as Starlink is, especially in the middle of nowhere, it still is sort of pretty new technology, meaning they didn't work out the kinks. There are these things whenever you're working with satellites. The satellites move around the Earth, which means your satellite dish is not going to always be connected to the satellite. It has to do some kind of a, algorithmic check to find the next satellite that is on this side of the Earth to keep your internet connection. So what's happening is it's disconnecting me because that right now, even as cool as Starlink is, satellite technology is not as robust still. So I'm hoping in the future they'll get that working more robustly, where the satellite dish will automatically connect to the next satellite that is on this side of the Earth, at the same side of the Earth as your satellite dish, so that it keeps a constant connection to the internet. Right now, it doesn't do that, unfortunately. As cool as it is and as fast as satellite connections are, the really big con or drawback of satellites is that they move around the Earth, meaning they go to the other side of the Earth where your satellite dish cannot connect to its signal. So it has to connect to another satellite that is on this side of the Earth, or the same side of the Earth as the satellite dish. And yeah, that's problematic right now, since they need to make that switching more robust and not drop internet connection. This is why, some satellite phones get drop calls, because it's still trying to figure out how to connect to the next satellite so that it can keep a consistent, internet connection or data connection. Anyways, yeah, it's dropping my internet connection, so I have to stop live streaming, but I can still continue to just record my progress offline and then upload it to Patreon. And whether it disconnects, that's fine, because then, it's not like an internet live stream connection where it has to be a consistent internet connection. Whereas offline uploading is fine. If it breaks connection, then I can just re-upload it, and that'll be fine. So moving on from that, I don't know what it could be. I don't know what this infinite loop detected error could be. If this should, let me see. There's nothing that says negative 18,000. Something else is broken. Something else is not working. Because it doesn't crash all the time. It crashed here because let's look at the end. You cannot see the end here, but I can see the end. BP proc hall, straight ahead, yes. Place a left turn from right combo. A left turn from right combo is left turn from right combo says add a turn left side. What's a turn left side? A turn left side is okay. Turn left is simply coming. Okay, say this is where your segment is, where you're standing right now. a turn left is a segment that is the next, like this here, but this wall is blocked off, so you cannot turn right, and this wall is blocked off, so you cannot go straight. So a turn left says you go, this wall is not blocked. So this is an open wall, means you coming from here. The turn left says that you can go in here and make a left turn, but you cannot make a right turn. You cannot go straight ahead. So that's the turn left. But this is the turn left side. The turn left side says that if you're coming from, say this is where you're coming from, this segment here, you cannot go north. You can only go, what do we call it, east. Okay, so a turn left side says that if you go east here, you can only turn left and go northwards. So this is open, this is closed. You cannot continue to go east, and of course you can never go south. So the logic already set the logic to never ever turn back southwards. So you start from the south, you procedurally generate the hallway from the south, and you have to always move forward towards the north, never move backwards to the south. So you can move left, you can move right, you're going to go up, but never to the south. So this here says turn left from the side, meaning if you start here, you came from here and you're going to this segment, and this turn left from side means that you can only go northward from there. You cannot go south, you cannot go east. This turn left from side says you can only go north. So if you're facing this way, that's a left turn. And why then is this, you cannot see it, but why is this error stating an infinite loop detected here? So if I click on show, you can't see it, but for me it says place the straight ahead combo. That is working. You can see it whenever it blocks off the hallway. But then right before that, it has a place left turn from right combo. So if we look back, place a left turn from right combo. Left turn from right combo. I need to look to see if it has any right turn violations. Interesting. It has no right turn violations. It doesn't call a right turn violation. And maybe this is why it's crashing. This place left turn from right combo. Okay, so let's stop for now. See, it says turn left from side. So if we're here, we need to go to this segment to the right and go northward. So turn left from right, then after that, go straight ahead. So if you're here, go straight ahead, create this straight ahead there, and another straight ahead, and then that's all that says. So I don't know why this is crashing, or why it's causing an infinite loop. Because it's checking the logic. I wonder if it's not. Wonder if it's not updating the logic properly. I think it might be this here. What does the other one say? I think it's this logic. Something is not right about this. Setting it here. But it needs to set it here as well. Because what's happening is this last segment coordinates, if we follow the logic, goes all the way back to whatever is calling this place left turn from right combo. But that's too far back. The landscape has changed since then after placing these things. So there needs to be a set last segment coordinates before placing this straight ahead and this straight ahead. So let's see if I can just do that, because then once it this is calling this last segment, even though all of these other segments here have been updated with like -500 and stuff like that, it hasn't been updated in here. Because where does it say set last segment? Nothing. It doesn't say set to the new coordinates. So maybe this is where my infinite loop detection is happening, because it's bypassing it simply by not doing the check, because it's not adding a -500 to it. So maybe this is where I need to fix the code. But before I do that, let me test it again to see if that's where it crashes. So as you can see, this one works fine. It's not blocking anything off. And it's using the ugly beast logic, where it has like a small hallway go into a room, rather than just a room directly off of the main hallway. And this here that I'm standing on right now is the last straight ahead segment that is not blocking this hallway. It's directly connecting to it, allowing us to go to this main hallway here from this procedurally generated hallway. So that logic's working fine. Which is weird, because I don't know why it works in the southern region. It works perfectly fine in the southern region. There's never been any kind of blocking of the hallway due to any right turn violation code. But you know what? I don't know. Okay, I don't know why it works nicely here in the southern region. It works perfectly actually in the southern region, but it doesn't in the northern region. See if I can stop and find that bug again. Okay, here's that bug again. Let me see if it gives the same. You can't see this, but I can see. It says, for the very last one is place the straight left combo. Okay, so this is a different bug, but it's still in the eastbound violation. So let me go back here. Let me go back. It's the right turn violation. Weird. Even though if I click on this show, it shows me a list of what is happening and where the bug happens, and it stops the logic and it crashes the game. So the very last thing it's stating is a play straight left combo. So now this is a different bug, even though it's pointing to the same exact node here at the end of a right turn violation. It's only happening here. If I go in here, let me go back. All right, right before that, it sets up the last segment coordinates, but no, it should work because this one is updated. This one is updated. Straight ahead. This one is updated. This Y is updated because it's reset all over again right here before it is passed into here or into here. Oh my gosh, I wonder if it's something else. Darn it. Because if I change this to negative 17,500, I think this might be a problem here. The x coordinate goes all the way to negative 5,000 for some reason. I don't know why. Let me see. If I look at negative 5,000, negative 17, 5,000. So that is, go here, go to floor, drag a floor in here. 2058. So that it's on the same floor as this. And then look at coordinates. X is negative 5,000 and Y is negative 17,500. So negative 5,000, right? And then negative 17,500. Okay, that's correct. It's right there. What's not correct is that it should not touch this closely. Let me see what the other end of the spectrum is. Positive 4,000. So let's see. Positive 4,000. Excuse me? It's still there? Oh, okay. Yeah, it went from there to here. Alright, yeah, it should not be touching these. It should not be touching these walls at all. Because if I go to unoccupied, the furthest it goes is negative 3,500 for the X and negative 4,000. Oh, wait a moment. It still does. What? Wait, is that correct? Something is wrong here. Positive 4,000, negative 3,500. Let's see. Positive 4,000, negative 3,500. That's the southern region. Oh, okay. So there is a segment here that it does not touch. So this might be something. So it's not supposed to touch this. that's the furthest that it goes is 4,000, not 4,500. Because if it went to 4,500, it would touch, and I don't want it to touch. Meaning, I don't want it to ever consider that segment here a possibility at all. And by forcing it to end here at 4,000, right here, 4,000, there was never ever the possibility of anything ever being built here. However, if you look here, it does go to 4,000. And if I put this back to 17,000, look over here, it does touch. And that should never ever be a thing. It should end right here at positive 3,500, so that this is never ever considered as a place for these procedurally generated hallways to ever place a hallway in. It can place a room, but not a hallway. So I need to change this for the unoccupied 5 north. Change it to 3,500, and you simply, I don't know if I should do it here or if I should do it in Excel, because the row might be messed up. It won't. I don't think it'll update properly. Whereas in Excel, it should update properly. If not, we can recreate the numbers. But if I delete this here, and another thing is, I don't even know if that's gonna fix the problem. Simply by not touching. If I go to unoccupied, negative 3,500 and negative 3,500. Let's go back. Negative 3,500. Negative 3,500. Oops, what am I doing? Okay, so we get that. Comes back to here. Okay, there's never a possibility of ever creating further west. This is as far as it goes, so yeah. I need to change these. I definitely need to change these. It should not go all the way to negative 5,000. Let me see what happens if I delete this. Does it update these numbers? Let's see. Delete. If not, then I'm going to have to do this on the spreadsheet. It does. It updates this. It keeps this, the index itself, consistent. So it updates all of that. What it doesn't update is this. Now there's a missing 19, and then whenever the data table goes loops through this, the row, it won't see a 19, and if it for some reason randomly picks 19, it won't give a coordinate. So yeah, that could cause problems. Don't know if I want that then. So let me go ahead and update this using the web version of Excel spreadsheet. You could use Google Sheets, any kind of spreadsheet actually, and it should update. So let me go here to my. You can't see it yet. I'm still working on setting it up first. So if I open this up, okay, here we are. And I gotta set up the OBS to see it. How do I do that? I have to hide the Unreal Editor because the Unreal Editor is at the forefront, meaning it's in front of the web browser where my web version of Microsoft Excel is, where I'm going to work on the data table. So I delete this. I mean, not delete it. I hide this, and I can transition. And now you should see up here that I'm working on the unoccupied 5 north data table. In order to delete certain things, and it should automatically update these. If not, oh, there's going to be problems. Problems. Let's see. Don't know how I'm going to do this. Don't know. Yikes. I mean, I could do it. It's still it's going to be much faster than trying to work with this data table in the actual Unreal Engine. So even though it's going to be tedious here in Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, which has extreme capabilities of working with data entry and data manipulation and data modification, it's still going to be much faster than doing all of this tedious work in Unreal Engine's data table. So I guess there's nothing to it but to do it. So let me see. If I delete this, it'll just be an empty spot. So I'm going to have to somehow move this data up. Okay. So delete this. First of all, let me see what happens if I delete this whole thing. Will it update this or will it start at 5? Let's see. Let's delete the whole row like this. Nope. Didn't, let's see if well, I deleted the whole entire rows and it moved it up, but it did not update this, so now I just have to, you know what? At least this is way faster than trying to do all of this in the Unreal Engine's data table. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to delete these here. I'm just going to delete entire rows. Okay, get rid of the negative 5,000. Oh, and for unoccupied 5 north, I need to get rid of the positive 4,000. So delete the entire row, not just the data inside of the row, like right here. Just select the whole entire row and delete it. Okay. Or now we got from negative 3,500 to positive 3,500. Now we just got to do that here. But still, this is way faster than trying to do all of this in Unreal Engine. So again, delete from positive 4,000. Delete. So now we end at positive 3,500 and begin at negative 3,500. Again, delete this. Did it up to there. Okay. Delete this to there. So it goes from 3500 to negative 3500. Right? So we gotta delete this up to here. Then we get to delete this up to here. Now what I'm doing here, what I'm working on is is a completely different issue. I don't know if it's going to fix the infinite loop detected error, but I'm so frustrated with that infinite loop detected error that I can't figure it out, that I found something else to work on, and that is this. Deleting the excess segments that should not even be considered as a possibility at all. So in order to do that, I have to completely delete them from the data table. They should never ever be considered as a possibility to be placed anything on or deleted from or whatever. It should not even be a consideration. The for each loop should never loop through these numbers, these coordinates at all. So I can delete it completely. Now I'm assuming there is a faster way to do it rather than me manually doing this, but I don't, there is just so much you can do with a spreadsheet with data modification and data entry that you never learn everything that you can do in a lifetime. So I'm just going to do it the tedious way. But again, this tedious way of doing what I'm doing right now, is manually searching for and deleting things, is still 1,000 times faster than doing this in the Unreal Engine. Okay, so I'm gonna do it this way, even though there may be an even more like I could probably, let me see, Control H. I can probably simply look for, yeah. See, I don't know how to do it though. I can see, like, look for everything that says 4,000. Find all, and yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not an Excel spreadsheet. And it doesn't have to be Excel. It can be any spreadsheet. It doesn't have to be Open Office or um, Excel or Google spreadsheets. Any spreadsheet. There's most likely something like a macro that I could create to select these rows that have these things and instantaneously delete them for me. Go throughout the whole thing, but I don't know what it is. I'm not an expert. I'm not a spreadsheet expert. So I'm just going to do this manually. Wait, what happened? No, 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 no. Delete. There we go. That's how you're supposed to delete it. And go back again. 4,000. Delete. Go back again. 4,000 times 4,000. Delete the row. Go back again. 4,000 to 4,000. Delete the row. 4,000 to 4,000. Delete the row. Do 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 do. Delete this row. These row. Oh, look at that. I'm already done. Okay. So now that I got that, now all I need to do, you see how this number should match. It should be either 300 or 301 or 302. So instead of manually doing that, I can simply just start And see how much faster this is? So I can say 1, 2, and 3. And I just simply do that. And just go all the way down. And it updates it. Maybe there's an even faster way of doing this. I don't know. I'm not an expert, so I'm just doing it this way, which is still thousands of times faster than doing this manually, entering these numbers manually. So at the very end of what I'm doing here, it should be either 300, 301, or 302. Oh, cancel that. All the way down. All the way down. Whoops. What happened? It didn't update. Okay. 6, yep. So we go down. Okay. 6, 9, 203, 205. So just gotta do this. Don't know how to do it instantly, so I'm just doing it manually. Dragging and dropping, and there we go, done. So this last number should be either 300, 301, or 302, one of those. It's 300. Okay, then that means whatever I did is correct. Everything is correct. So the first index starts at 1, but the first row starts at empty or null, and then the next one is 1, which is where you get the coordinates, because the first row is actually just the names of each column. So the second row is where the actual data starts. So that's where 1, that's why 1 is on the second row, and the actual data that we need is on the second row, not on the first. Okay, because we need to name or label the columns. That's how the nodes, the blueprint nodes work in Unreal Engine. So this has to be empty, and then this has to be the names. The names of the row column has to be empty, where the names of everything else, all the other columns, whatever you want those to be, it doesn't matter. It will be the names of the column. Okay, so now that we did that, now we go here and export. So let me select this. You can't see this, but I go ahead and select the export and download it as a CSV file, UTF-8. All right. Then I just rename it to the actual data table file in my actual Unreal Engine. Okay, and just for, safety reasons, I'm going to Braille scan it, and then I'm going to move it. Oh, you can't see this, but that's okay. I will show you in a bit. I'm going to move it to all my data folder. All right. Okay, so now that we got that, I'm going to move back to the Unreal Editor. Okay. And I'm going to close this. Just go ahead and save it, doesn't matter, because it's going to be erased. All right. Go back to my data folder where this here, you can see this unoccupied 5 north data table. So what you want to do is, after you've updated everything in your spreadsheet. Oh my god, I think Twitch, not Twitch, but my internet disconnected me. So let me just make sure that my OBS is working. My OBS is working. My Twitch is not working. Okay. Okay, it's still connected. It didn't create a new stream. So, yeah, this is unfortunate. I'm gonna have to end this soon. Okay, so let me head back. So I'm at unoccupied. If I open it, it still has the old data. Negative 5,000, negative 4,000, positive 4,000. Oh, I deleted that one. But there's a positive 4,000 here. Those numbers should not be there. So what you do is you right click and you re-import with the new file. Because if you go to this and you click the re-import, it's not going to re-import it. It's going to use its own internal file to re-import with. So you don't want that. You want to actually go to this content browser here, right click on your data table, and you can't see the right click menu, but it says re-import. You don't want re-import. You want the one that says re-import with new file. And then you select that new file, which is the updated unoccupied 5north.csv. Save it. Save all. Then you open it, and now you can see there's no more negative 5,000 x coordinates and no more positive 4,000 x coordinates. Okay, so let me just go down, double check. This is all updated. Save. So looks like okay. All right, perfect. So now okay, this error here is probably still going to happen. What I just did with the data table, modifying this data table, is now it should never, not on this side. Let me go to negative, go to the northern region. So now it should never ever consider these or these segments for procedural generation of the hallways. It could do it for rooms, that's fine, but not hallways. Alright, so that's it for that. Though that doesn't fix the final stop here bug. There's two bugs. There's one where this was working fine. It blocks this straight ahead, and then there's another one where it bypasses this straight ahead, and it infinitely continues to go passing this segment all the way into infinity, causing an infinite detection loop. So, and it's both related to this final here and add straight ahead here, which is specifically called from this one, which is tied to here. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to go through more of the bugs. So let me just see. Place to straight left combo coming from an eastbound violation. Let me just make sure everything is set. Now I gotta look back at what did it say? It said place a straight left combo. You can't see it. So now I gotta go look for that. Straight left combo. There's straight right. And then a straight left combo. This is weird. I don't know why this is. Place right, turn from left. Okay, not that. Yeah, these are doing westbound violations. Oh, okay. I guess it goes all the way to that side as well. But we never get to see it because it crashes the game. So we never get to see it. But it's happening, so we gotta fix it on this side as well. So the straight left, it's also happening on the west side, on the westbound violations. So I need to, okay, so make sure every single one, every single segment that is placed has a last segment that is set. And make sure it's set with like the updated coordinates. Like if there's a plus negative 500 here, then make sure that is included in this set node. Right. So this is going there. Correct. Correct. Okay. Right. This one doesn't need to be set because it's coming from a previous combo, which would be set at the very end here before moving on to the next combo at the main logic. Alright, so let me continue to test some more to find out where else this crashes. Oh, that one worked. But, oops, let me get rid of this. As you can see, the logic is still going too far. This one is fine. Even though it touches the hallway, as long as it's not creating this room in this hallway, because if it does, then it blocks the seeker from ever getting to the other side. So this one, as you go in, it blocks, and the seeker can't come out on this side of the. And over here, it's blocked as well because the logic goes all the way out to here, and it stops here, which it should stop right here. And then that segment should be created here, not over here. So I need, there's somewhere, I know there's somewhere that I need to check to prevent that. I just cannot remember for the life of me. I think it is inside of here. Inside of here somewhere. The logic needs to tell it to stop. Wait a second, it's already here. Uh-oh. No, not this one. Something about it. This is... Something is wrong here. What is this? Eastbound violation? I'm guessing eastbound violation is fine because... No, maybe not. After eastbound violation, it went to a place... I gotta go back and look at it. I don't remember. Where is that error? Oh my goodness. Where did it go? Oh, because I ran a new simulation. Darn it. Okay, you know what? Let me get rid of this. Don't need that anymore. I was checking. Oops. Stop that. Don't know why I did that. Okay. just rebuild everything. Navigation building complete. Alright, so let me move up and back to the northern region, and just run several simulations just to see how. So now, you know, the hallways shouldn't generate here. The rooms can generate here, so long as they don't overlap the outer hallways. So long as the inner procedurally generated hallways don't build on this strip here and on this area here. But then the other thing to check is this infinite loop here where it goes on forever and crashes the game. And then the other error is that it blocks. Sometimes it goes through and you can access this northern hallway from the procedurally generated hallway, but sometimes it blocks it. So let's see. Alright, so this one, let me see what it says. Add a turn right. Add a turn right. So place right turn combo coming from straight ahead. Place right turn combo. Place a right turn combo. No, that's not the. That's not a right turn combo. Where is the right? Okay, place the right turn combo. That does not need to be set. This one, however, I think it. Okay, no, that's the same thing. Here is where. Oh, never mind. That's the same thing. Same thing. Okay, here is where it needs to be set, and that's correct. This one is where it needs to be set. First of all, let me look. Add the right turn. So it should have stopped here. There is no check here. But it was not happening here. If I go back. It happened at the add right turn. So it happened all the way back here. This is where I need to actually do a check. Right here. Right before adding this right turn. Because, again, whenever you add this right turn, let's say you started here, right? You're in this hallway, wherever that is. It doesn't matter where. In order to add the right turn, it has to create it up here. You cannot create the right turn where you're standing on. And then it'll block you from this side, the left, and only allow you to go through, move to the right. So it needs to, as you're standing here, it needs to create it up here, right? So that you can go in through here and make your right turn here, and it blocks you from going straight ahead, and it blocks you from going left. So whenever this is run or activated, like it is right now, and this part of the code says to add the right turn, that means if you're standing here, that right turn will be up here. If you're standing here, the right turn will be up here. If you're standing in this segment, the right turn will be up here. So what I need to do is check that, and it doesn't have a check, and that's why it's doing an infinite loop detection, which is weird because I have it right here. Not only that, but it works perfectly fine for the southern region. So I don't know what's going on. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. I think. Oh, wait a second. I think. I think this needs to check from here, not from the old Y segment. It's from the new updated segment before it places. Yeah, I think that's what should be happening. It needs to check not this old Y segment, which comes from, let's say, if we just ended this straight right combo, then that comes from this last segment here. Then it gets passed to main logic, and then it gets passed to straight right. Is that the right one? Or place right turn combo? Let me see. It says place right turn combo, add turn right. Okay, so place right turn combo, and the add turn right is right here. So yeah, I think so. I think it does need to check, because this one is checking the old one, now allowing it to go through. Whereas it needs to check the one that is actually going to be placed. So it needs to come off of here. This Y needs to go here, and this Y needs to go here. Maybe this Y goes here. Because, again, I don't know why the southern region worked fine. The northern region, I don't know. Hmm. Do-do-do-do. Maybe I just messed everything up some more and caused a different bug. So there's that. Then there's this straight ahead, which needs. It doesn't. Oh, it's a straight side to side, so never mind. Now it wants to move forward and. Okay. Let's compile that. Save it. That was the straight right combo. Let's do that for the straight left as well. So instead of coming off of here, which seems to be working fine for the southern region, we're going to take it off of here. For the northern region. Y goes to here, goes to this Y. Alright. And after that, should be straight side to side, straight side to side. And then this one. I'm gonna leave that for now. Maybe it'll show me an error for that later. What else? Do I need to check? Oh, I think I need to check this. Oh, maybe this is why this one is working, because it's already taking off of that. Oh, no. I changed it. I myself changed the right turn combo. Duh. Okay. So let's do this one. What's this up here? Okay. I think this is fine. Because after you do the change, you add it to this, and then you update this, the set node. You update the last segment coordinate. Alright, so now for the next one, update that. Update the next segment. Okay. Update. What is this? Straight ahead combo. There apparently is no checking for. Oh yeah, you don't need to check for a left turn, right turn, eastbound or westbound violation here, because it literally is just going straight. Everything that is being placed is just straight combos from south to north. So that was, which is weird. Sometimes whenever you play the game, it does create a hallway that is completely straight. It doesn't turn left, doesn't turn right, and I don't know why that happens, but it happens sometimes. Alright, now we check, which is, this is fine. This is fine. 2000 on the other side, which is X. That one's fine too, because the farthest it can go is 4,000. The farthest this can go is negative 3,500, so it's fine. Place a left turn combo now, which is inside of this place right ahead combo. 18,000. I don't know if I need to change this to add negative 500, but we'll see. Anything else? Anything else? Place right combo, place straight ahead, place left turn from right. Okay. I don't need those. Alright, let me just test this. So this connects fine. Oh, this is a different error, where the rooms are blocked off because I didn't do the proper checks again. So now it's trying to create like another hallway here. Yeah, so I need to do that. But for now, let me see if I can fix one problem at a time. Not confuse myself with too many different problems to work on. Interesting. What? Hmm. Okay. Seems to be working fine. I wonder if whatever I did fixed the infinite loop error. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, well, because there's no turns there. Interesting. So far, I haven't run into the infinite loop detection error yet. Infinite loop detected error. Not yet, anyways. Let's see. Also, I haven't run into the last segment blocking error or bug yet, so I'm just gonna keep going until I run into it. See what else I need to fix. Also, as you can see, the rooms finally never reach. I mean, not the rooms. The rooms are fine. The rooms can reach the walls, but the hallways, the procedurally generated hallways, never reach too far west or too far east, meaning they do not touch these outer framework hallways, which is what I want. I don't want them to ever consider placing hallways there, because if you can place a hallway there, you can place a room next to it which will block the hallway, which I don't want. Oh my goodness. Did whatever I fixed with the or changed with the data tables fix the infinite loop detection error? Or I just need to test some more to run into it. Because I didn't even get the crash yet. Maybe that's somehow fixing it? These errors? Hmm. Well, okay, I'm just gonna keep checking some more. Oh my gosh, look at this hallway. Is it it has hundreds of rooms already. Let me just run through it. I want to see. There's another thing I wanted to fix. The there are 3 cosmic cards that spawn, and they never seem to spawn in the northern region. There is some logic that is preventing the cards from spawning in these northern rooms, even though they seem to be working fine. Uh, let me do it this way. Go that way, and then check that way. Go back, and whoops, nothing there. And, oops, strafe to the side to see. And again, strafe to the side to see if there's any. Nope. No cards in any of these northern rooms for some reason. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess it does work. Yay. Cards do spawn in the northern region. They're just so very rare to spawn in the northern region. these newly coded areas. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, so which one was that? If I go back, this one, or this one? Yeah, this one is in the southern region. Yep. This one is in the southern region and southern region. So that means this one is the northern region. Yep. Interesting. So it does work. It does spawn in the northern region. This is very rare. So there is a reason for the seekers to come running all the way here and checking. Alright. And that's how it's supposed to be whenever I finally fill everything in with drawers and lockers and beds and desks. Escape items should be spawning not only in the southern region but also in the northern region rooms. Let's stop this and continue to check some more. Look for the infinite loop detected error. Looks like whatever I did changing these unoccupied data tables worked. It fixed it. I don't know, because I haven't seen the infinite loop error pop up. I think what happens is whenever the logic tries to create in those higher coordinates that I deleted, like the 4,000 or the negative 4,000 and negative 5,000, it was able to bypass these left, east and west hallways that it continued to go past and infinitely either go all the way to the east or all the way to the west infinitely, and the one that keeps blocking here could also, well, it stops there. Obviously it didn't go on infinitely, but there's some logic that prevented that, and then it would continue to create a zigzag hallway all the way into infinity, causing an infinite loop detected error. So whatever I did to this data table, which is remove some of the more restricting the coordinates a little bit more, probably helped in preventing the infinite loop detected error. Because I've been testing it for how many simulations now, and I have not run into any errors yet. Also, this has not been blocked off yet, so it's been working fine. It's been connecting fine. This, you can see, is Beautiful Creature. This logic of creating these kinds of rooms is Beautiful Creature. And that's some more Beautiful Creature. Again, it's connected nicely. This one here is Ugly Beast, because it's different types of rooms. But still, it's connecting nicely right here, and it's not going off into infinity. You know what? I think I fixed the problem, and it turns out to be that the data table was it was too generous with the grid areas. It needed to set more strict boundaries and force the procedurally generated hallways to not go and build past a certain extent, which is these sides here and these sides here, so that it never ever even considers touching these outer walls. So stop that. Interesting. Guess that was all that was needed to fix that, even though I wasn't even trying to fix the infinite loop. I was just trying to fix the procedurally generated hallways from ever touching the sides hallways. And it turns out it fixed the infinite loop detection error, I'm assuming, because I've been simulating this for tens of times and I haven't run into any crash or any infinite loop detected errors yet. Hopefully I don't. So that is too cool. That means I can now work on deck 6, 7, and 8. But before I do that, I can work on my other riffs that I wanted to add these to, right? So this riff, and this riff. Right now, this is the riff that we're working on right now, right here. So, well, I didn't actually get to work on those, but I did fix a very major bug issue that caused my game to crash and to stop. So whenever I package this project, right, you cannot see it, but if you go up into platforms, if you're in like what I'm in right now, I'm in Unreal Editor 5.7.1. If you go to platforms and you go to package project and you package your project, this game, into a standalone executable file so that it can be distributed on like itch.io or Steam or on Epic Games Store, then you test it, and if it ever detects that infinite loop error, that it completely crashes the game, which never happened. That was the very first time that ever happened. Is because I finally started to work on the northern region and I moved the logic from the southern region to the northern region without all of its checks and balances, that it caused the infinite loop detection error to happen in the editor. And then whenever I package the project into a standalone executable file to play separately from the engine, then it would cause a crash for the very first time since I started working on this game way back in, I don't know, January, February of 2025. So whatever I did in non-occupied, which is get rid of the extreme coordinates, x coordinates, it seems to have helped prevent the infinite loop detected error bug. Because I've been simulating this for nearly, tens and tens of times, and still I'm not getting any kind of message anymore or any kind of bug or any crash. Just like what happens with the southern region after 6 months of working on it, finally got it to work. It didn't crash, but it did at one point. But it still did give me the infinite loop detected error, and again after 6 months I fixed it, apparently by restricting the vector locations, just like I just did here with the northern unoccupied data table. But it did create a hallway into infinity. That was funny. Anyways, so yeah, let me just continue to test some more and then I'll be done. I will work on the other riffs on my own because, again, I do not want Twitch, well, not Twitch, but, well, yeah, Twitch is going to I need to set the settings in Twitch to stop the stream, not automatically continue the stream. Because then it's going to be like 100 different streams for just the one live stream. Because it's not Twitch's fault, it's my internet's fault. It's not OBS or Twitch, it's the internet. So, again, let me go back and just test some more. Yeah, look at it's working fine. We got a beautiful creature here. Beautiful creature, and it connects nicely. Connecting nicely. That was Ugly Beast. Beautiful creature connecting nicely. Beautiful creature connecting perfectly. Also not creating the rooms there. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's blocking it off. So that's good. It can, but it's not, which is good. Okay. Nice. The other thing is I need to fix the logic so that the monster doesn't just roam in the southern region, but also comes up here all the way to the northern region and checks the rooms in here for the seeker. Right now, I don't know what's preventing the monster from doing that. So, let me test some more. I had to sneeze. Whoa, see? Oh, well, not really, but sometimes you get a random procedurally generated hallway that goes all the way straight from one end to the other end. But this one wasn't completely straight. It had like a turn, and then I guess let's run through it. And we can see the walls, the rooms generated. So we come from here all the way down. Oh. I thought I heard. Okay. And then it connects. All right. Well, you guys, I think that is it. Before my internet cuts out and creates a new stream, I am going to, let me see. There are some things I want to work on that I want to show you before I leave. So, I don't know if you know, but recently the Epic Games released a new shoot, where how do I get to it? If I can somehow select the correct ones. Ta-da! Here we go. So here, this is the free stuff that something about this is not right. Okay, this one was recently free. So in this one, and this is what I wanted to show you. There's another, the third, but it's not these. Gosh darn it, why does it... Let me see if I can go to my library. So this is one of the new ones, this is one of the new ones. There is a third. Customizable pathfinding, interesting. You see, these are free. All I do is just download them. I don't even look at them sometimes. I just think, oh, this is an interesting title. It's free, so get it. Because who knows? There was a point one time when it was free, and then I was like, I won't get it. And then when I came back like months later to try to get it, it was not free anymore, and you had to pay. So it's like, now it's like whenever I see something free and it's interesting, I'm just gonna download it. I'm not gonna wait until a month later and then find out, oh, the owners decided for it not to be free anymore. And so now you miss your opportunity in getting that asset pack. So, yeah, now that's why I have like a bunch of free stuff in here. Just keep going and going and going and going. And then end somewhere. What is this? Fantasy characters pack. Ooh. Probably can use this in my game. Maybe. I don't know. As seekers. No, this is going to be a monster, obviously. If I add this orc or ogre looking character, or troll, whatever it is going to be a monster. That would be a cool looking monster. Of course, a werewolf is going to be a monster. This could be like a dwarf of Althari. They're not dwarves. They're just short alien creatures in my lore. In my, uh, and this could be a seeker. This could be a monster. Looks cool. It could be a rock monster. This could be like a Viking seeker. What kind of a... What is this? Is this Assassin's Creed? Could be like Assassin's Creed. There is sort of an Assassin's Creed faction in my game, in Project Liminal Vertigo's lore. It's called the Echo Blades. They were regular seekers, but they, in their life before the Eldritch Spiral and the Rifts, they were, killers. Then, after being tormented in the Eldritch Spiral, they were freed, and now they fight on the side of humanity and fight against the void. So they made their own faction of killers, killing void denizens, aside from the actual factions. So this could be like some kind of a halberdier, another ogre monster, and a barbarian, and a berserker, and then okay, they went back. Anyways, what did I want? I wanted to do something. I wanted to go all the way back, all the way back, all the way back, back, over here. This one is one of the ones that recently released about a couple of days ago, and it's really cool. This could be the surface area of this. Where is it? This map. This is the Gothic dungeon map, but this is underground. Okay, all of this is underground. So whenever I create the northern region, which is above underground, which is what you see in the right, which I just came from, that the Victorian Mansion Asylum, more decks will be created up here. But with this new fab, I can now create more surface buildings on top of this here, so the Seeker can run around as it was intended to, but because it took me forever to work on the southern region, I never got to the northern region or to the surface region. And it will be the same with the abandoned complex and the Victorian Mansion Asylum, as well as even the derelict spaceship will have a sort of surface area where it's domed off, obviously, because it's a spaceship, and you can see the night sky. You should be able to see stars and stuff. with the Gothic Dungeon, this new release by Cryptic Realms, so nice of them. Thank you, Cryptic Realms, for releasing well, that's not them actually. It's Epic Games that decided to release their asset packs for free, but only for 2 weeks. So if you miss it, then you don't get it. But if you're like me and you get it every single 2 weeks, then good. You can use it, you can make money off it, do whatever you want. It's a standard license. You can change it, you can do whatever you want, and so yeah. So let me see. I've already downloaded it. Um, I just need to. Okay, here it is, Necropolis, and let me click on it. Let's see what what it is. It's not going to work because you need to download certain plugins that I don't have. So unfortunately, it won't work that way. But here it is. Also, it's using Lumen. I'm going to have to... No, I don't have to disable it. It's already disabled. Oh. Somehow Lumen is enabled. Oh, okay. Lumen is enabled in here. But throughout my whole entire project, it is not. Lumen is not enabled. So, my project settings says Lumen is not enabled. See, everything is unchecked. Oop. What is this? Render Resource Viewer Lumen. Just leave that. It doesn't matter. But everything else is using scene color or surface cache or whatever. But it's not using ray tracing and it's not using Lumen. That's for the project settings. But for this specific map and level, it is. And I think it's even using Nanite, which, again, is not my cup of tea. It's not, again, I'm not trying to make a AAA game here, even though this this asset pack that I downloaded for free is AAA. So I cannot run it from here because, again, I do not have the necessary plugins that they require. Let me see, they require, I think they require this one. I'm not gonna, I don't trust plugins right now, especially anything that says experimental or beta. But maybe sound module is fine. I don't care. If it's not checked, I'm not doing it. Right now, I don't want to because that was one of the reasons why I quit making my game, the first iteration way back in 2022. It's because whenever I did enable these plugins, the game crashed, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. Every time I tried to disable them, they were still stuck in the actual game at that point. And as a newbie, Unreal Engine developer or learner, I didn't know what to do or how to fix that. So I completely quit. I gave up. And so now I have a bad taste in my mouth with plugins. So I won't enable plugins anymore. Not until after everything is done-ish or closer to finished. Then I may not re-enable, but enable some plugins and use them. But in this case, I think this specific demo needs soundscape, and I'm not going to do it. But I do have this, so let me see if I can show it to you. Get rid of the plugins, get rid of message and fab. Let's look at this first. This is what I want to try to add into my Gothic Dungeon Rift. See, can you imagine running around and seeing these? How creepy is that? Wouldn't this make for a really good horror video game? Or a horror rift? Actually, all of the rifts are supposed to be horror. But this would be nice for, Then you got some like dungeon things happen there. Like those cages, hanging cages. You have different lighting and post-process presets. This one looks like zombies. This one looks like it could be vampires or werewolves. And this one, more vampires or werewolves. Interiors. That looks so cool. I want to add this to my game. See how cool that is. Imagine. Okay. And the cool thing is, let me see. Oh, there's more. That's creepy looking. Skulls on rocks. That glowing eyes. And see, there's modular things. So that's cool. They got the floors. They got some steps that I can use. And so that is pretty cool. I can use all of these. And they even have the moon. And they got some other props that I can use inside of my gothic dungeon. Okay, since I can't run it here, I'm going to try to see if I can show it to you a different way. Let me see if I go here. To tell you the truth, I don't even know. I don't even know where it is. I don't. Where? What? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go. You can't see it, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go see. Where is it? Where is it? It's called Necropolis Playable Demo. And it is so cool. And Epic Games is so cool for releasing it for free. And Cryptic Games, or Cryptic Realms. What is the name of the they're called Cryptic Realms. Right now they have a modular dungeon sewers kit. And they have this Necropolis graveyard. I thought they had more. Don't know what's going on, but whatever. Cryptic Realms, nice enough to put this out for free this week. So if you want this, get it right now. But because it's not going to be free for much longer. Let's see if I go to you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Don't tell me that I deleted it. Deleted. Oh, please don't tell me. Oh my gosh, why would I delete it? Why? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, here it is. I'm going to run it. Already checked and scanned for the viruses and stuff like that. Run this. And then here we go. So now what I do is I create a new window. Is it a window capture? Necropolis graveyard. It's called Necropolis. Windows 10. Match. Same executable. Okay. Don't know if you can see this, but I am going to move this here. Alright, so I don't. Okay, here we go. Can you hear this? Don't know. This is it, you guys. See how cool? Can you imagine this? The monster chasing you up and down these stairs. You can hear Owl freaking you out, like, what the heck, Owl? Oh my goodness. And then you have this pentagram. Okay. And you can turn on the flash, not the flashlight, but a torch. There's some motion blur on this. Yeah. Cool sound effects. Uh-oh. So this would be the surface area of the dungeon, Gothic dungeon. Oh, okay, that freaked me out. I thought that was a monster. It's just a statue. Run all over here on the ground. Up these stairs. You can hear the torches. You look up and see the moon. See the clouds and some starry skies. See these pots with some bones and skulls in them. Turn the light on. Turn it on and off. Okay, there's a... They need to fix this collision. There's a weird collision thing here going on. Yeah, jump over that. Okay. Look at the design. It's so cool. Cryptic Realms hand designed this. Everything was hand designed. Not like my Gothic dungeon is procedurally generated. So, ooh, what is that green? That's like a firefly. Yeah, sort of a mausoleum. There's supposed to be graveyards. Where's the graveyards? This is something up here. Can you get in there? Nope. So yeah, definitely something that I want to add to my game since I got it for free. There's some of those dungeon cages. Some more crypts or coffins. Ooh. Oh, that is cool. The sound effect's creepy. Can you imagine that in my game? Oh, wow. There's some writing on this. I can't read it. Oh, this crow, this raven scared me. There's a gargoyle over there. So cool. This is so cool. They gave this to us for free. Now, I just need to incorporate it into my game. I don't know if... I'm not going to incorporate this exact thing, but maybe I might. I don't know. Because it's just so well done and so professionally done. And again, I'm not trying to create a triple... Ooh, something scary. Sound effects. Oh, it's this ravine here. That is cool sound effects. Makes the atmosphere even scarier. But yeah, I don't know if I would have... Oh. Scary. Don't know if I want to walk off here. Am I going to fall into my doom? Yes, I died. Whatever you do, don't fall asleep. That's freaky. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street. If you fall asleep, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, you better lock the door. Turn this on and off. Turn the lights on. Okay, so this might be a graveyard. So it's got some tombstones here. But everything else was like less of a graveyard, more of a a mausoleum, and no, it's literally a necropolis here. It's like a city of the dead. Ooh, it's like, oh, a dungeon area. All these metallic things screeching scared me as I walked through. It's like, what? It's just a demo. There's no actual monster here. Unfortunately, if I enable... Ooh, freaky. If I enabled the Soundscape plugin, then I would probably be able to add this to my game right away. And, oh, I've been here before. And add the monster and see if the monster can run through here. This is so cool. Let's see if I can get to the other side. You turn on the flashlight. It's not a flashlight. It's like a light source of some, like a lantern or a torch or something. It's so cool. I just want this in my game already. But oh, okay, never mind. I thought you could go down there to a dungeon or something. But oh, you can hear crows, ravens. It's so cool. Is this the same buggy area? Yes, I'm back in this area again. All right. Bye. So see, this is pretty cool, huh? That's what you get for this free asset pack from Cryptic Realms that Epic Games released for just these 2 weeks. So if you want it, get it now, or forever hold your peace, or dish out the $200, I think. Unfortunately, they don't have an escape. You have to forcefully close it by, you know, there's no escape button. You have to, I don't know how you end the game by other than by forcefully closing it. And yeah. Okay, go back again. See if I can close this, which doesn't seem to be okay. I think I closed it. Alrighty, you guys, I think that's it for me. So, thank you for hanging out and watching me fix my bugs. But that's it for me. I am going to head out, and I'm not going to live stream as much anymore due to my internet, not because of Twitch or OBS, but my internet. So hopefully you guys will catch my updates on Patreon. But yeah, you guys have a great day. Thank you for hanging out. Take care. Bye.